Good morning, sports fans. We got stuck because the tyre, I gotta replace it again. I was once again riding it too fast. Alright, so the problem is here that there's no water, man. So I trolled a little hole. Someone done something up there, I don't know whether to spring or not. But I trolled a little hole. I have this whole bunch of stuff here, right? And I got this water where I trolled the hole here. I am not claiming to be an expert, so don't do what I do, but this is what I do, right? I went to the highest place I could before the water, I could see where the water was. I got my troll that I made myself, and I bloody trolled down into a hole, and then with this guy, I scooped the water and put it into this guy, till it's filled to the brim. My forefathers come to me and say, if you do not fill that right to that neck, you are never going to make it. So I fill it right to the neck, because that's what they told me. Look. Now, oh shit. I didn't bring the fucking thing. I was going to sing you a bloody song. But right beside where the hole was, there are these little white flowers. And I started singing Edelweiss, right? So as I'm doing this, I'm singing Edelweiss. But cut the bastard off, mate. Obviously, I left him there. I'm a bit like an absent-minded professor, say the least. So anyway, I have the Scotch thistle, as you see. Yeah. So anyway, we'll sing it, right? Edelweiss, Edelweiss, every morning you greet me. Now what I have here is the my capsule, once again, bug out capsule or prep capsule. I have some fishing line. Right, you can do lots of things with that. You can make traps and everything, fish for fish. And then on the second run, I have this one, the alum, the pool alum. What I'm going to do with that is I'm going to pop this like this. There's all things, but it's not going to kill you. It'll probably make your body more alkaline, possibly. Yeah, probably not a good thing. Now I'm going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40. 1, 2, 3 from all good measure. There's 3 litres there, so you know we could go 10. It only takes that much. As long as you keep this in a container like that, you can. And then I'll show you what's next under there. I put this so the alum doesn't shake. Right. Also, you could use that if you had to. Really had to. It's pretty clean. I had this line, the 100-pound line, right? Just for extra heavy-duty traps. Now, I have never trapped an animal in my life, and I don't plan to do it. I don't have to do it. I can get by with other things, certainly. So, you want to have your stuff together and ready in any situation. And if you're not got it, you're not got it. So I got it, mate. Because you never know. You know, anything can happen. The world could go crazy and we'll all get nuked. And don't think it couldn't happen in Australia, and don't think Brisbane couldn't get nuked, because it could fucking easily be nuked. Because I can tell you, there are silos on this world, despite what people say, you know, oh, they're full of water. Oh, maybe, you know, because your bloody cousin is from Hong Kong or something, and he's in the silo and he opened the water valve or something like that. But in general, there are fucking multiple nuclear missiles targeted at Brisbane Airport Air Base. And if there's a war and it goes nuts, it's going to get all flattened and there's going to be nothing else. And that's just how it is. I cannot imagine anything less. And certainly, you know, the opponent would be nuts not to at least nuke Amberley Air Base. And then where's the wind drifting from there? Where's it going to drift? Yeah? You've got to be lucky, haven't you? But as I see, sometimes the wind comes straight in there from the west of the east. Alright, now, so I'll pop that one back in there, fishing line, and whack that back on top, keep everything nice and dry. you know, people say, if you got that submerging water, mate, that water will get in there, mate. Well, you know, I mean, I got this in a thing, in a thing, in a thing, in a thing. Anyway, we have our water now, so we're going to shake it. You can see the alum in there. You can see the dirt. I got this just here. And it's good fucking water, man. They've got good shit around here. And they do, right? They're looking after themselves, and why wouldn't they? Nothing wrong with anyone looking after himself. What gets wrong is when you start to go into where people are looking after themselves, mind their own business, and wrecking them. That's where it goes wrong. Anyway, so it's probably not shaped as well as I like. Now, I follow Dr. Berg on the YouTube, and he gives good advice. And, you know, whether he likes me or not, I don't know, but it gives good advice, and I follow him. And here, right, we have the Scotch thistle. Now, they get a chemical out of here to fight cancer, and it's in this Scotch thistle. I don't know what it is. All I know is there's a chemical in this Scotch thistle that fights cancer. And another thing I know is they spray it to kill it, right? But this one looks reasonably good to me. I've seen on other things, you know, you chop the needles out. I'll tell you what happens when you chop the needles out, right? Eventually, you know, and if you're chopping needles out of this shit, that low on energy, you're not bloody going all the way over there, you know, somewhere around your camp, you forget, you're walking bare feet, these things are now in your bottom of your foot, and then they're making pussy sores in the bottom of your foot. I will show you something, right? This has the needle on it, right? I have not cleaned this. I would rather clean this because slugs could have been crawling over and I could get lungworm fucking shit in my head, but a lot of things can happen. But what? Oh, straight up, I mean, and it's full of, it's good. It's like lettuce. Yeah, it is. It's like lettuce. If you take that little stringent that you get in lettuce and multiply it by 4, man, you wouldn't know no difference. Okay, look, the spine, you know, I'm not lying here. People always assume I'm lying. But I'm not. I'm telling you the truth. Just eat it straight up like that. You make a tea out of this one. Fucking can. The root, you can eat the root because you can. Here is partially a root. I'm not going to eat it because it's got the dirt in there, and I'm not going to be stupid. But yeah, concerning, you can see the leaves are eaten here, right? There's probably no weed killer on that one. They have protection here because things can eat them. That's why they have it, and things probably doesn't do it. Right, so I'll be chopping this one up, spines and all, into my food I'm going to make when I have this water. Right, that's what I'm going to be doing. And you can see already, if you look, even this short time, you can see the difference in colour now since I put the alum. Right, but the thing with these, you don't grab them and pull them, because you'll get these in your finger. You do it lightly. Now, look, see, you can see the difference. They're settling already. Look at the dramatic settling compared to what it was before. Now, all I got to do is just do that, and that will be sufficiently clear. And then if I pour it slowly and maybe into another container, right, I'll have clear water. And then I'm going from clear water. And then I'm going to boil that one. And then that gets rid of a lot of the contaminants, chemical, over 80 degrees Celsius. They boil off. And even the plastic, the microplastics will be eliminated to some degree. I see you have to strain it with a strain or something, but this you can see already. Now, I carry all dehydrated food, dehydrated milk, dehydrated dog food. You can get the right dog food. You could for protein and even omega oils, because they put it in there in the dog food. And I have the turmeric, the Indian spices. I've been advised cayenne can be good. I'm going to try that. Have no fear. So right here, right now, I've got hot chili. And man, that makes my nose run. And I'm pretty sure that is good because toxins come out in your mucus, just like they do in your sweat and your urine and faces. So, bang, this one. You need the protein in the dog food. Sometimes it tastes like horse whistles, but it doesn't matter, right? It's protein and it's coming into me. And then my body expels in feces the red blood cells. It's like having your red blood taken. And when you're a man, they stay there because you don't menstruate and there's really no bodily process to get them out. And the body needs them, so it keeps using these old red blood cells. As soon as you have a nice big steak, boom! Like 8 hours later, 6 hours later, you got it. Seems like you got energy to burn, but it's not. You just new red blood cells. You can breathe. You're taking in the oxygen more efficiently. But anyway, you can see that settling. This is pretty heavy, though. I carry it. You know, you can dig a hole in the ground. There's a lot of places that you have a lot of difficulty. Clay, digging a hole in the ground. A lot of places. So you need something metal, sharp, that's going to bang through it. You'll chop out those roots and everything. Some places it's easy to dig, but there's tree roots everywhere. You know? This is just, I'm not saying I know everything. Though, I carry these things. I have this one, because I have to really bug out, right? I can bug out on this one and still survive. Let me just put the water in here and boil it. I will at least show them I'm allowed to have this one, and this is my food preparation knife. I choose these ones, and this Japanese good Toka Isshu stuff. You know, they know what they're doing with their swords and everything. They're samurais, man, they know. So I get this one, and look, it folds. It's a folder. I like a folder because I just go after. If there's carrion on the side of the road, in Europe it's deers and stuff, so after it's carrion, it's all blood, I give it a quick wipe over and bang, in my pocket. And clean it later. And then it's not stabbing me or anything, I don't need to sheath and all that crap. And I can just easily fold him back out again. He's very sturdy on the fold. Look, I got my fingers out of the way, but I never go like this for anything. Because that gives away. And it's happened to me, slice my finger to the bone, and that has happened. So, and if I have to use it really hard, I will hold the blade like this, with maybe even pinkies out of the way, and go like this, because it's safer. So, for me, this is far superior to any tongue knife, for the reason that it's just easy to carry. I can carry it virtually without a backpack. Probably even this guy, I like to have a thread top on this guy where I can screw and then keep it all in this guy and know it's not falling out as long as I'm holding on that guy. So it's not like that for me. Though I do have these things. And a small backpack that I can just throw on my back, bang, I've got the essentials, boom, I'm pretty good. That's that. And you can see now, look, right at the top. Eventually, this will be clear. And then I pour it off into another container, a milk container. And then, like milk containers, you can collapse them down, squash them down, and store them easy. And then all you do is put your mouth over the top and blow hard, boom, and they boom come out like a balloon. Then you put the top back on again. It may not seal 100%, but you just keep it upright. Yeah, that's just what I do. Right, in Australia, fires are pretty stupid because one spark gets into that stuff. The plants here need fire to regenerate, so they've got freaking oils in there, eucalyptus oil and freaking tea tree oils. All that goes up like gasoline. So you probably don't want to be doing a fire, and it attracts people too. In 2 minutes, someone will be here telling you to put it out. So in lieu of that, I have this one, just a little flame cooker, and I carry 2 of these little guys. Thin, hey, look at the big hand. 2 of these thin little guys, because thin is better. This one, and though I carry this one too, the aluminium pan. I can fry things in there. So if I get anything wild, I'll boil it first, then fry it. Safer not to catch disease. Though with this pan, I can put it down like this, and then put the cooker on top like that, so it's not burning anything. And then if I use a wood fire, right, it's sufficiently, it's not too dry in the area, there's no grass around, I just cleared a big lane for it, then I can put this on top of the fire and cook on these, and then that sort of like makes these not as thin in a way, because they just go nuts. Have an empty wrap. I only have one bit, but that's what I'm doing. But you need a lid, because if you you try to boil water like that in that, it's going to take longer because pressure increases the water isn't boiling off, reducing the heat. So you put a lid on, you boil quicker the water. You want it to that, like they say, low boil it to a minute. That's good. You cannot put it in plastic because if you have one of these then. I have one of these. Right. It's metal in here. I know it's got plastic. So as good as I can get. Very cheap. That's metal in there and it's thermo. So even if I do it now in the morning, it's still going to be warm. I can have a warm coffee or something. Right there. So I will light this, clean this out, as I said. And when that water's clear, I'll put it on here and put the lid on. Fill it halfway only, because if you fill it right to the top, it's too much. And the little flame will never boil the water. So halfway on there, increase the pressure, keep the heat in so it can't evaporate. Higher pressure, the water boils at a lower temperature, and then you'll have your roll ball cook. And half here, bang, 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 and in the end, you got this filtered roll. If you do not have this, where are you going to put your boiled water? You got nowhere. You can't put it in the plastic. You can do it in an emergency, but you don't want to do it all the time because you're just putting microplastic in your body, killing yourself. So that's what I do. And then I screw the lid on. And I screw this one. Just leave it like that, so the pressure can equalise and better. You use some heat, but it's better. That's what I do. And then everything's filled to the top, like it says in the Bible. My cup is full to overflowing, baby. That's because when it goes over the edge, it kind of like sterilises the edge for you with the boiling water. That's how it works. You've got to wait for this one. And I can chop these ready. I've got to put the new wheel on my cart. Eventually I have that cart right. The right weight and everything, and the wheels won't wear out too bad. And I'm hoping to get it go through a set of wheels in 1 month. Though that could be not possible. Probably it's going to be more likely every 2 weeks I have to buy another set of wheels. But sometimes they're only $20 each. That's pretty cheap for the travel consistency I can do on the e-bike. The e-bike handles that car almost 40 kilometers an hour the other day. On the going down a hill, not a big hill, but going downhill with gravity. I was 38.7, I think, but definitely 38. So that's 38 kilometers an hour on the downhill, and then uphill I'm going 10 kilometers an hour, and that's a heavy uphill, like Brisbane Gateway Bridge up, and it will go over that, provided the battery is more than 30% charged. If it's under 30% charge, your power to the motor is insufficient to get me over the gate. So on the flat, 25 kilometers an hour is easy. And if you wanted to put your effort into it, you're 28 kilometers an hour. But I go on 25. So it was dead set flat all the way. I'm going 25 kilometers an hour, providing the battery is over the 10%. Once it gets under 10%, even on the low, so you can count that, right? If you just go 25 kilometers an hour for 4 hours, which is possible, that's 100 kilometers. And really, you're just sitting on your bum. And then the next thing, worse, is the bum gets sore. But probably not sat on there enough. But that's how it is. That's how it is for me. And I'm carrying like 50 kilos in my car. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to make these things. You see people underground make it, or hobby house make it or something. I'm going to make these things. Of course, for this reason, I'm making this car so that in 5 minutes, I hope, I can have the wheels off, everything inside, and it's just like a normal trunk that can be loaded onto an aircraft, a train, a bus, a boat, and we can go wherever we want in the world. Because unless you have your thing already and it's working, and you know it's working, when you put on the plane, train, bus or boat, and you go somewhere else, you may not have all these things freely available to you, even if you know they're made there, because you don't speak the language, you don't know where the shops are, you're quite often out in the middle of nowhere. No, it's like this. You may not have the money, so when you got your things, you got the things, and then if something breaks and you're missing something, then you just hound around and get that. This is what I'm doing. I'm developing the system for that reason. I've come here, I noticed that out on the beach, or near the beach where it's all sand, you put your bike stand out, hang on, that thing sinks into the sand, and next thing your bike's falling over. So I made a lunar bloody module over there of something I found on the thing. Now it doesn't sink in sand. It's like this one. I'm not claiming to know everything, because I don't. I don't want it. You don't want to know everything, but you want to have a reason for curiosity. Anyway, I'm going to shut it off and let this go, because I haven't had water in 24 hours, and water's critical. It's not like, you don't want to listen too much to, you can survive on water for 3 days. However, by that 24th hour, you start going a bit delirious in your head, and you're not making good decisions, right? I've had some experiences, like the good gentleman that taught me a few things. I've got cayenne pepper and a few other things, right? This is a major thing he taught me. I've got a electronic bike pump, and he said to me, look, don't trust what that's telling you as the level for your bike wheels, because it's under. And I believe, I'm deaf, but I believe that he was telling me it's under by 10 psi. That's a lot. So I'm pumping these wheels, it's over 10 psi to what I want. And, it could be blowing them up. So what I'm going to do when I can is get a mechanical gauge. And they're light and small. I may even get 2 of them, but good ones, so I can trust, check the pressure on the tyres, reasonably, between three devices to check the pressure. And that's another thing. If you got a bike, you want to have your bicycle pump, because it's very difficult to make a pump that can, even get you over 2 psi. It's just really hard. It's not easy. It's a difficult thing to try to do. You can do other things, and do a reasonable job of it, but that is very difficult. You even see, right? Even a little bit of pressure is left in one of those parting tyres with the nuts, and the 2 halves come apart. They do undo that last nut, and it bang hits them and then kills them, just from some residual pressure. And so if it's got that much force, forget about trying to make a pump that's going to be able to pump, above 30 psi. It's going to be very difficult. And I know there's people that can do it. I could probably do it, but out here like this, you want to have one of those on hand. I have 2. I have a mechanical one and a hand pump one. No, I'm not saying I got it prepared. Anything can happen, man. Look at the Titanic. Not even God could sink the Titanic. That thing right now is still at the bottom of the ocean. Okay, sports fans, every morning you greet me.